Hey everyone, today I'm going to be doing Slow Declutter number 4. This is just a bunch of random products. I have a lot, and if you're new, welcome. What I do from time to time is a get ready with me, where I just grab one blush, one contour bronzer, one etc. makeup product from my collection, because I own so many due to all of my beauty subscriptions, advent calendars, shopping problems. I own a lot, and if I haven't used something in a year, 2, 3, and beyond, I have no recollection. So I'm just gonna use the product, determine if I still like it. If not, it's gonna go into a basket where I'll do a final declutter at some point in the future. Now, why do I feel like my hair is all funky? Because it is. All right, let me fix that and zoom on in. All right, there we go. Full disclosure, I'm already wearing foundation and I have an under eye brightener already applied. Those are being filmed for other videos. So let's get started with the first product, which is a concealer, and that is the Photofocus from Wet n Wild. I recently shared what's in my everyday makeup bag. If you missed that video, I will link it in the eye above. This product was in there. I believe I tossed it in to give it a try when I did a little mini, I don't want to call it declutter, but I took products out. This was one of those products because I wanted to film giving it a try. So first off, let's give it a swatch. It probably won't show up with my bright lights. It's leaning a little yellow, which isn't, my favorite, but I've had worse. Let me see. Okay, so this is in the shade 835 Fair Neutral. I have a feeling this isn't going to work out, but let's give it a try. I'm going to use a brush on this side, and then I will use a finger / sponge on the other, just in case there's a difference. But let me get that blended in. Okay, it did first off decent amount of coverage. Have you tried this before? And more importantly, is this still available? I have no recollection how long I've had this in my collection. Hopefully not too long. And by too long, meaning years, not like months, because I own way too much. Thus the declutter. All right, do I need to blend? Yes, let's blend a little, and then we will move on to the next product, which is going to be out of order, but I want to see by the end of the video if it's good or not. And that is the Everlasting Kajal pencil from KIKO MILANO. I have the worst luck when it comes to gel eyeliners because I only like to wear them on top of my lash line, and my eyes are watery. I blink a lot. Doesn't matter if it's waterproof and someone said, oh, it's the best. When I try it, I am cursed. So hopefully this has been sitting in my collection and I didn't realize it's the one. All right, so that is on my top lash line. Let's move on to contour bronzer. Now this product I've purchased, I want to say in the past 12 months. This is a Soft Pinch Liquid Contour by Rare Beauty. I just bought it, used it in a video, tossed it in my big collection, and I don't remember, and I'm not reaching for it. So let's use this to determine if I want to keep it or not. More likely than not, since it's newer in my life, I will keep it, but I just want to see if it's something I should like move into my rotation. All right, that was one little dot, and that is a lot. Like, so you need the tiniest amount, but I do like the tone. And I don't know if it's going to dry down, but it seems to be a little glowy, and I don't mind that. So let's start with one dot. Let's see how we do there. I don't know, finger, brush. Let's just try a brush. And yeah, that one little teeny teeny tiny dot adds more coverage, or not coverage, more product than you would think. I'm going to go in with 2 additional dots and just get it all blended. That is really nice. Now, I would say probably works best with a brush because you can just, you know, really blend it in. But I am enjoying that. That's going to be a keeper. Off camera, I did my other cheek and came down underneath my chin line with whatever remained on the brush. All right, let's move on to blush. This one, I don't want to prejudge it, but looking at the shade, I don't know, I'm on the fence. So this here is from MAC, and it's just called a powder blush, and it's in the shade Melba. I want to say I got this in a FabFitFun. It looks very peachy and light, which is probably why I don't reach for it. But let's throw it on my face and see if I change my mind. Since it's powder, I'm just going to grab a big fluffy blush brush and let's give her a little tap. Yeah, she's pretty orange or peach, and oh, hold on. Look at the wrinkles. No, I don't know why this eye is doing better than this eye. I used a brush. Maybe using my finger? I don't know, that doesn't make sense. All right, I'm just going to smooth that out because I don't want to stare at when I edit this video. All right, back to the blush. Let's get that tossed on. Okay, on the cheeks, it's very pretty. It's just more, not terracotta. It's warmer. I usually go for cooler tones or pinks, rosy shades, and this is definitely very, not quite pumpkin, but coral. Not a bad thing, just not my, you know, what I reach for, but still pretty. So this product's going to be on the fence. I will make sure I decide by the end of the video. All right, next we have a highlighter from CIATÉ London. This is the Glow 2 highlighter. I'm 99.9% sure I got this in a Ipsy BoxyCharm box. Let's take a swipe. First off, it feels really soft. It's a little more golden hued than I normally wear. I like more champagne or soft pink champagne. But let's see what she looks like on my face. So I'm just going to take a brush I use often for highlighter. And let's see. Yeah, okay. So it's the type of highlighter that, first of all, it's very bland. So if you like that, good. I don't have texture on my skin. My skin is dry. And this is really showing the texture I do have. I probably went a little ham, but yeah. And the shade just isn't my jam. This will be perfect if you were a little darker skin tone than I am. But let's see if like a sponge, pouncing it in, might help. Although I don't like having to work hard for products. So we all know where this guy's probably going to end up, but it probably makes a really pretty eyeshadow. Speaking of eyeshadow, this here screams something I got maybe in an ice cream beauty box as an add-on from BoxyCharm. I don't know. I've had it forever. Do not reach for it. Either never used it or only used it once. So today's the day we're going to test her out. It doesn't have a mirror, and I'm fine with that. It does, however, fold all the way back, which I appreciate. All right, so this also is a really nice color story for fall. All right, I'm going to take this off-white shade and just put it all over my lids. I don't have any eye primer on, and thank goodness I didn't decide to take that concealer on top of my lids. So let's just lay this down just to get rid of my discoloration. All right, that is decently opaque and did a good job of coloring my discoloration. I'm going to go into this kind of medium taupey shade, get that all in my crease as well as the outer corner. I like the tone of that shade. I'm going to take the same brush, same shade, and just get some underneath my lower lash line and get rid of that chunk of mascara. Now, this palette only has 3 shimmers, and they're these 3 shades here. I was hoping for like a lighter shimmer. I think I'm going to try this kind of orangey pumpkin shade right here and get it on the outermost area. And then, ooh, I was going to say find another palette, but guess what? Remember how I said that the CIATÉ London highlighter was, you know, a little too dark for my cheeks, but might make a good eyeshadow? That's what we're going to do. I'm going to use my pinky, and let's hope my aim is proper. I'm just going to meld it in with that kind of orange shimmer shade. Okay, those marry well together. Not my favorite color combination, but I am a creature of habit, and it's making me reach outside my box just a little bit. I'm going to take some of that taupey brown and just add a little more to deepen up the outer corner. And then we're going to check in on the gel eyeliner, and then I'll pop off camera to do my liquid liner because I don't have one we're going to test out. But before I do any of that, I'm going to clean up my edges here because, yes, I am messy when I apply my eyeshadow. All right, last but not least, we will be testing out this lip product from ColourPop. This is a Luxe Gloss in the shade Electric. Has a very big doe foot. It's very comfortable. Oh, it does have a scent. It's kind of sweet cocoa latte. I don't know. Something that isn't minty and doesn't smell like cake batter or vanilla, but still smells good. Now, let's take a look at my eyes. Yeah. So, I have my thoughts on all these products. I bet you could guess what I'm going to say as well. Lip gloss, it's a keeper. Highlighter, I can let her go. Contour bronzer, definitely a keeper. Gel eyeliner, no thank you. Concealer, I think it's safe to say this can leave my life. It's not horrible, but it's not good. This one eye looks decent. I've had to like re-smooth out this side. No one wants to go throughout the day always having to find a mirror to figure out, ooh, is it creasing? So yeah. Plus I'm fairly certain this was super affordable, so I don't feel so bad getting rid of it. Now the eyeshadow palette, I think I forgot to mention, this is from a brand called ZOEVA. The formulation was decent. I like half the shades, but I need a palette to have shimmers and toppers as well as mattes so I can put together an entire eye look. I had to reach out to grab a lighter shimmer shade. I've owned this for 3 to 4 years and I've never reached for it. So for those reasons, I can let this one go. Last, we have the blush from MAC. The shade's growing on me. I'm a sucker for blushes. I know I don't own other shades like this. Therefore, she gets a momentary reprisal. But now I want to hear from you. Did you agree with my assessment? Would you have kept everything? Would you have thrown away everything? I really am curious. I would love to get your input All right, I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so by now, I would love if you would subscribe. For those who have, thank you so much. Remember to click that bell icon so you can be notified of future videos. And if you could do me a big favor, clicking on the thumbs up, it really does help with my channel to grow. All right, thanks everyone.